Welcome to the Buzz Daily News Network Legacy of Leaders show. I'm Jack Sears. When we get together, we visit with interesting, dynamic, and innovative leaders of business and industry and nonprofit. And today, it is a privilege to have a returning guest to the Daily News Network, Royce Freeman with Freeman Films Production, LLC. Welcome to the show, Royce.
Thanks for having me.
I know that you've been on at least once or twice before talking about your work, but first of all, tell us about your company.
It's a family business. My wife and I work on stuff together. We have a newborn, 3-year-old child, and hopefully he'll fall in the family business. My dad's a retired filmmaker, and he was doing film in the 80s, 70s, and 80s in New York, where I was born. And he retired several years ago, and he's been working on my projects almost exclusively ever since. So it's cool. You get someone who's in the business, in the know, and you get them for free.
Wow. That's great. So when we were talking before the show, I know you've been busy. You're working on your third film right now, and also you've had some success recently in Orlando with the 48-hour film festival. So why don't you tell us about both of those projects?
I have done a slew of short films, because those are nice little mini projects. They help you get your feet wet and hone your craft and try new things. I've done 2 feature narrative fiction films, and my third film that I'm working on currently is a documentary.
Okay. Tell us about that. What's the documentary about?
In doing film locally here, I discovered that before film went to Hollywood 100 years ago plus, in the silent era, this was Hollywood.
Jacksonville was.
All the acts came down from the New York and Chicago to in the winter, so they could do stuff here and not freeze their butt off. And then some of their guerrilla practices got them driven out of town because of their business practices. They're less than orthodox ways they would do film. No permits and things. And of course, the church didn't like the working on Sundays kind of thing, so they said, get out of town. But it was cool. You find out that Oliver Hardy and certain big filmmaker, big acts were from here, or did stuff here. But the documentary is about the history of Hollywood here, the silent film era, and then also that when Hollywood came back over the years, when there was incentives and stuff, and would do some Hollywood movies here. I mean, G.I. Jane was shot at Camp Landing, Lonely Hearts was shot here, Recount, Basic, and stuff like that. And then the tax incentives went away, and we have some local incentives, but it's not anywhere near what it once was, and which made the indie filmmaker boom kind of take form. And there's so many filmmakers that are doing their own thing. And I discovered that in the late 90s, this guy Chad Hendricks was on in Folio, and they referred to him as the Eminem of Jacksonville, because he was doing urban films. And he was a trailblazer, because Chad started this movement, and a lot of other filmmakers kind of followed after. And here we are today. I mean, we have Franklin Rich just made a movie, The Artifice Girl. Chad has done numerous films. There's a guy, Carlos Smith. He's done a slew of a saga called the Soulhood Saga, which is an urban saga. So many filmmakers. And so that's what the documentary is about, is the rise of the indie film boom in the wake of the Hollywood.
Could you tell us quickly about the film festival, the Orlando 48, in the time that we have left?
Absolutely. There is a festival. They call it the 48-Hour Film Project, and it's a national thing. And now it's international, because it's you can do it in other countries. I've been doing that for about 5 years here in Jacksonville, and we decided to try our luck last year in Savannah, and we did it this year also in Orlando, and we made a musical for the 48-hour film project in Orlando. We won. We won Best Film and many other. Well, thank you. And many other categories. And so now we're going to Lisbon, Portugal, for the next step in the 48-hour film, because the winner of every city goes to Filmapalooza, and it's different in every year. It's like the Super Bowl. Right. They always move it to a different place, and because it's an international film festival, sometimes it's in other countries. Last year it was in Los Angeles, and which is funny. The Jacksonville winner of the 48-hour film project last year, they made a movie called Threshold. Well, it was in the year before last. And they went to Filmapalooza in LA, and they won.
Oh, wow. Great. Well, listen, exciting times for you. Congratulations on both accounts with not only the documentary, which we all look forward to seeing when it's ready, and congratulations on your success in Orlando. That's for sure. How would we learn more about your studio, about you, and if we wanted to connect with you?
I have a Facebook page. You can look up Freeman Films, or Royce Freeman, Freeman Films. I'm on Vimeo for Freeman Films, and I have IMDb profile. People can see the credits there, and on YouTube also for Royce Freeman, Freeman Films.
Oh, Royce, that's great. Well, listen, congratulations, and thanks for documenting a rich history of Jacksonville. We look forward to seeing that when it's available. Outstanding.
Well, I mean, it's interesting. I had to paraphrase so many people that are the documentary showcases, but it's like when you accept a award and then you forget to thank somebody closest to you.
Sure.
It's such a we interviewed over 150 people for the documentary, and the documentary is basically feature length, and it is a chronicle. It's an epic about our great city.
Great. Outstanding. Well, thank you. Well, that's it, folks. That's the time we have today here on Legacy of Leaders. If you'd like to learn more about what Royce is doing and many other things that are happening in our community, be sure to visit us at thebuzzdailyNewsNetwork.com. Until we get together next time, I'm Jack Sears, your host, wishing you a great day, good health, and treat each other the way that you'd like to be treated.